Hi, let us now discuss the concept of inheritance in Java. So, deriving a new class from the existing class is called as inheritance. In order to support code reusability, we are moving towards the concept called as inheritance. The methods allow the software developer to reuse a sequence of statements. In order to do this, we are moving towards inheritance. Inheritance allows the software developer to reuse the classes by deriving a new class from the existing one. The existing class is called as parent class or superclass or base class. The derived class is called as child class or subclass. As the name implies, we can understand that is the child inherits the characteristics of the parent. That is, the child class inherits the methods and the data defined for the parent class. Have a look on this for few seconds for better understanding. So, terminology: inheritance is fundamental object oriented concept. A class can be defined as a subclass of another class. That is, the subclass inherits all the data attribute of its superclass. Subclass inherits the methods of superclass, and subclass inherits the association of superclass. This is the diagrammatic representation. Here the superclass, the parent class will be person and the subclass will be employee, and subclass can have new functionalities, and also they can use the inherited functionality, that is it can use the functionality of the parent class also, and also it is possible to override the inherited functionality. So inheritance a relationship are shown graphically in the following diagram, that is with the arrow pointing towards the parent class. We have to remember that inheritance should create an easier relationship, that is a child class should give the relevant meaning is yeah. That is, for example, let us have animal as a class and bird is a class. So bird is one of the animal, so there is a relationship, is a relationship, that is bird is a animal. So if and only if there is a relationship, we can move towards the concept called as inheritance. If there is a relationship called as hash a relationship, then it is not advisable to use the concept called as inheritance. That is college and department. So between college and department, it is not advisable to have an inheritance concept, because if you use college as a parent class and department as a child class, then there is a relationship, that is college has the particular department. We can't say college is a department. So it is not possible to have an inheritance between college and department. It is not advisable to do that. So if and only if there is a easier relationship between two class, then we can say it is advisable to use the concept called as inheritance. So for example, let us have a person and employee. One class as person class and another one as employee class. For between person class and employee class, we can have inheritance, because employee is a person. We can say like this: a person is a employee. So there is a relationship called as is a relationship. So we can use the concept called as inheritance in Java. So in order to do inheritance, we have to use the keyword extends in the derived class. That is, here we have class employee, and then within that employee class we have a member float salary equal to, that is float salary equal to 40,000, and then we have class programmer. The programmer is the new class which is going to be inherit the base class employee. So in order to inherit in Java, we have to use the keyword extends. So class programmer extends employee. Here we have is a relationship, yes, programmer is an employee, and then within that class we have one more member int bonus equal to 10,000, and in main method we are going to create the object for the derived class, that is programmer p equal to new programmer of, that p is allowed to access bonus and also it is allowed to access salary, that is system.out.println of programmer salary as p dot salary. So 40,000, that is the programmer is the derived class, so that the derived class object has rights to access the member of its parent class, so that p dot salary, and then p dot bonus, so the bonus is its own member of the programmer class. So the output will be something like this. So various types of inheritance in Java. In Java we are having single inheritance, that is one class is derived from another class, and multi-level inheritance. Here a class is derived from another derived class, that is from class A we have a class B as a derived class, from class B we have class C as derived class. And hierarchical inheritance, here more than one class have a common parent, then that will be called as hierarchical inheritance. And multiple inheritance, here for a particular class if we have more than one parent, then which will be called as multiple inheritance. Then hybrid inheritance, that is the combination of any two previous inheritance, at least any two previous inheritance will become the hybrid inheritance in Java. So in Java there is no more support for multiple inheritance. The multiple inheritance is not supported in Java through class. So in order to support the concept of multiple inheritance in Java, we have to move towards the concept called as interface. We have to remember the multiple inheritance is not possible in Java through class, but we can implement the concept of multiple inheritance through the concept called as interface. Have a look on this. Have a look on this for few seconds to have a clear cut idea. So let us get into an example, that is single inheritance. So here class animal, and within that animal there is a eat method. Here we are going to print the message eating. And class dog, let us have inheritance from the animal class with the help of extends keyword. In that there is a method bark off. So we are going to print some message as barking. And then in the main class, in the main method, we are going to create the object for derived class. Then only it is possible to access the member of parent class. If you create the object for parent class, then it is not possible to access the member of child class. So we are going to create the object for child class. So dog d equal to new dog of, and then with the help of object d, we are going to call both the methods bark off and eat off, so which will print the output barking and eating respectively. So let us get into the next inheritance, that is multi-level inheritance, that is deriving a class from the already derived class, then it will be called as multi-level inheritance in Java. So class animal, in that class animal we are having the method eat method, and class dog, that is we are going to derive the class dog from the animal. Here we are going to have a method and the message barking, and then we are going to create one more child class, that is baby dog, which is also be inherited from the already inherited class dog. In that we are having beep method, and in that beep method we are going to give the message as beeping. And when you create the object for the final derived class, that is baby dog, then we can, it is possible to access the methods of baby dog and also dog and also animal. When you call the beep off, bark off and eat off, it will print the message like weeping, barking and eating respectively. Let us get into the concept called as hierarchical inheritance. Here we are having a class animal as a base class, and then we are going to have two classes. One is dog class and cat class. The dog class is inherited from animal class, and also cat class is also inherited from animal class. That is more than one class having common parent, then that will be called as hierarchical inheritance. So that, so this will be act as hierarchical inheritance. And then for cat class we are having, we are going to create the object c. With the help of object c, it is possible to call the method meow and then eat off. So c dot meow and c dot eat off will be called. If you call c dot bark off, it will give you a compile time error because the cat class has not yet inherited from the dog class. The dog class is separate class. So if you want to call the method bark off, then it is advisable to create the object for dog class. With the help of dog class object, it is possible to call the method bark off and eat off. So when you execute this program, you will get the output like meow, meowing and eating respectively. Let us get into the next concept, that is super keyword. So whenever a subclass needs to refer to its immediate superclass, then we can use the keyword super. That is, whenever a subclass needs to refer to its immediate superclass, then we can use the keyword super. A super has two general forms. In the first form, the super will call the superclass constructor, and in the second form, the it is used to, that is super is used to access the member of a superclass that is hidden by member of the subclass. So syntax super of, that is super of some parameter list. So now we have to know the concept called as method overriding. So when a method in subclass has the same name and type signature, that is same name and signature as a method in superclass, then the method in subclass is set to override the method in superclass. If the method has same name and different signature, then that will be called as overloading. Here the name and signature are all same, that is the subclass method's name and signature, that is parameter and return type is called as signature, and then the superclass methods signature, that is return type and parameter are all same, then the method in superclass is set to override the method in superclass. So when an overridden method is called within a subclass, it will always refers to the version of the method defined by subclass. So that is the version of the method defined by the superclass will be hidden. Let us have an example. Here class A, int I comma int j, and a of is the constructor and show off is the method, and class B extends A, int k, here b of is the constructor. So here we are going to use the keyword super, that is we have already discussed that the purpose of super will be of two forms, that is one is to call the constructor of its immediate superclass, and another is to call the base class method when the particular method is hidden. Here super of a comma b will call the base class constructor. So within the derived class constructor, we are going to call the base class constructor with the help of super keyword and k equal to c. So and we are having the method void show off. So system.out.println of k, and then class override. In that class we are having the object for the class b. The b is the derived class. For the class b we are going to create the object sub ob equal to new b of 1 2 3. So now the derived class constructor one b of int a comma b comma c will be invoked, and then within that b constructor we are going to call the base class constructor using super keyword, that is super of a comma b. So a will be assigned to I and b will be assigned to j, and here c will be assigned to k, and we are going to call sub ob dot show off. Here b class method contains show off method with the return type as void and with no more parameters, and also a, the constructor a, that is base class, it is not a constructor, that is base class a, also contains the method show off. It also has a return type of void and it also does not have any parameter. So that is the method is same, but and also their signature are also same. That is show off is the method available in base class A and also base derived class B with the same name and same signature, that is the return type is also same, that is void, and the parameter also same, that is in base class show there is no more parameter, and in derived class show also there is no more parameter. In the time the object sub ob will call its own version of the method, that is the b class show will be called. the A class, that is base class show, will be overridden. This is called as method overriding. When the methods, this is what given here, when the method in a subclass has the same name and the same signature as the method in superclass, then the method in subclass is set to override the method in superclass. That is, the subclass, it will always refers to version of the method defined by the subclass. The version means that the name, the method name and method signature. The version of the method defined by superclass will be always hidden. This is what we call it as method overriding. If you want to call the, if you want to access or call the base class method, base class show off, then you can use super here also. For example, in show off, in derived class show off, if you call super dot show off, if you give like this in the derived class method, it will call the base class show off. Now the output will be k equal to 3 and then I is 1 and j's 2 will also be printed, like k colon 3, then we will be having output I colon 1 and j colon 2. So this is what purpose of super, that is super contains two purpose. One is to call the base class constructor and another one is to call the base class method when the base class method and derived class method are in the same name and same signature. So have a look on this program for a minute to have a better understanding. So references, tutorial point, Java T point, W3 schools and programmers. These are all the websites which I have referred. You people can also refer to have clear cut idea, to have more understanding in the concept of Java. You can refer some more websites also. I have referred these websites. So thank you. We will meet again. Thank you.